Hey Sagittarius, this is Daniel Redwolf, and I'm excited to be here. I'm back. This is your general forecast for June 2023. So for those of you who are new, I'm Daniel Redwolf. Just everybody calls me by Dan. I'm an indigenous shamanic practitioner. I come from the Purépecha tribe in Mexico. I've been doing this work all my life, so it's a lot of lately it's been a lot of teaching, a lot of leading ceremonies, but I'm excited to be back. I've had started my channel back in 2016, and I definitely took a break. I had to go through so many initiations to step into the role as a teacher, and I'm back. I am excited to be back. And for those of you who were with me right at the beginning and are still with me now, I'm so excited to be back with you and hopefully get to connect with you again. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with everybody. If they do, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know how it definitely resonated with you. I'm kind of down to the last couple things, so I'm losing my voice, but let's go ahead and get started. One final reminder, I'm excited as a welcome back gift, it is going to be till the end of June, so you'll be able to get a one-on-one session with me for 50% off from my regular rate. I also went ahead and added 15, 30, 45-minute sessions, not just the 60-minute sessions like I have been doing. And I know a lot of people have started taking advantage of that offer, so my schedule's getting booked, so I'm positive it's going to continue getting booked. I know last time when I launched my channel, and ever since that, I've had a wait list. So I took a break the last 2 years, and finished out my wait list. And I'm like, okay, let's start again. So I'm excited to be here. So if you do like what you hear, like, share, subscribe. And for those of you who are new and returning, just a reminder, I'm very direct. It could be that I'm an air sign, I'm an Aquarius, and then Libra across the board after that. So I'm very direct and, honest, whatever. And so hopefully we vibe. So let's see what's happening. I pull 8 cards and then clarifiers, and then we go from there to get a message from our ancestors. So right off the bat, we get the Hermit card, the Lovers card, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the World. I love that card. And then the 8 of Swords. So right off the bat, the first thing that definitely caught my attention was this one. This is the Lovers card. This means that for those of you who are single, you're going to be starting to meet someone. You're going to step into the place of being able to connect with someone. I feel like a lot of you guys, you've been focusing on someone from the past, and it's going to be the month of June where you're finally going to let that person go and invite new love in. For a couple other of you, you're going to definitely move into a place where maybe you're getting engaged, maybe you're getting married during the month of June. And just kind of going back with the meeting in the past, right? This card right here, the Six of Cups, you're focused on a previous relationship, on a previous partnership. So it's about being able to say, hey, it's time to walk away. It's time to really stand into your power, right? So that is why I feel you had the Hermit and the Queen of Swords. It's about focusing on the past. So if you were in a relationship, it's about beginning to heal yourself from that and say, hey, what did I learn from that? What did I experience? What did I enjoy from that? What did I not enjoy from that? And be able to move into that state. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it is freaking easier said than done for sure. I know myself from experience, it's like having connected with people from the past, and you definitely find that connection and you're like, holy shit, right? However, it definitely allows me to, for me, it definitely took that moment of saying, hey, what did I really experience? What was that? What was I supposed to get out of that relationship, out of that partnership? And once I really started looking into that and be like, you know what? I'm actually grateful that I went through that, and started looking at what I would not have enjoyed about that partnership, I was able to finally start moving forward. But it took a while. It definitely, because there's that attachment, that bond, like that desire, like I want that, I want it, that, right? And so you're kind of in in resentment of why didn't that work out and stuff like that. So you kind of go through that resentment phase. So I feel like that's going to definitely go in during the month of June for y'all. It's going to be going through that resentment and healing that and saying, hey, I'm gotta let this go. And when you're ready to let it go, that's when you're going to definitely transform. Because the world card coming through, that means that the transformation will definitely come. All the elements are going to finally align. All the planets are going to align. I'm not sure what is actually happening with you, Sagittarius. However, it is about being able to say, hey, shit's going to happen. Shit's finally starting to move, and you're finally starting to shed. I just got an image of a snake, so that means shedding. You're finally shedding layers. You're finally letting shit go. But for definitely the last probably 8 months, or even since August, maybe it's that 8 months already, but 8 months or last August, this is really, since it's happened, you've been kind of bedridden. There's a little bit of a depression, something's happening where your motivation has probably dropped. So it's going to definitely be that you're going to have to start taking into consideration, what did you experience? What are you happy that you're not, what were you happy about in that relationship, and what do you not like? So you can definitely be able to move forward. For those of you who are getting engaged, congratulations. Shit, it's like going through that step is definitely a very important thing. However, one of the biggest things that they're really focused on is, don't expect that person to make you happy, and hopefully that person doesn't expect you to make them happy. It's about each person bringing their own happiness and then being able to magnify that. For those of you, I feel like some of you during the month of June, you're going to be celebrating a milestone. It could be like a 20-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary, whatever it may be, but you're celebrating an anniversary of several years in that partnership, in that union. And it's going to definitely be a celebration. It could be even with a trip, a big party. Something is happening. For a couple of you, I feel like it might be a trip abroad. So because there is definitely a trip somewhere around overseas. So you're gonna travel somewhere. So it's gonna definitely be a long distance. In terms of Hermit, with that Hermit card, for a couple of you, I really feel like this is going to be the time. June is going to definitely be the time where you're going to start assessing what is happening in your life in terms of knowledge, in terms of wisdom. For a lot of you, you're going to really start taking more classes. It could be just side classes in terms of spirituality. It can be classes to be able to expand your wisdom in terms of work. A lot of you are really going to want to start stepping into a new field or something that in terms of a hobby, so you're going to want to start taking classes. For other professionals, it's going to be maybe the month of June is going to be where you're going to start hustling to get your continuing education classes. But it's about learning as much as you possibly can. For those of you who maybe stepped away from school or you may want to go back to school and finish a degree. Some of you might want to go to school and get another degree, right? If you are thinking about going to get another degree, one of the biggest things that they keep saying is pay attention. Do you really need that degree? Or are you getting it because you don't feel like you're worthy of getting a position without it? So it's about assessing, do I really, what's the reason for me to get that degree? What is really the reasoning to get that degree? And I'm saying that because I see a lot of clients that they'll go and grab another degree and it makes no difference in their life. They could have gotten that raise without it. And so you're going to have to really work on it and say, is that part of my worthiness or not? Because I feel like in terms of work, there is definitely work happening. You are working, you're creating stuff. This is the month about your creative side kind of kicking in and saying, hey, shit's going to happen. I'm going to start stepping into my power. I'm going to finally start stepping into what I need to do and to make stuff happen. So again, it's about owning your darkness, and saying, hey, this is me unapologetically confident, right? And every time I see that with the Queen of Swords, it's, hey, I'm going to be unapologetically confident. This is me. There's a difference between being an ass, and then there's a difference between being kind and firm. If you're kind and firm and saying, hey, this is what I expect, and so and X, Y, and Z, and being clear about what your expectations are, right? Being open and saying, hey, this is what I expect, and I'm not going to take anything less. So again, it's going to definitely be, when it comes to work, it's going to be you stepping into that role of saying, hey, I need you to step up to the plate because I'm going to start holding you accountable. But at the same time, you got to be willing to hold yourself accountable and make sure that you are being the leader that you need to be. For a couple of you, I really feel like, again, usually I never talk about health, but June is going to be a month where you're really going to have to start taking care of yourself when it comes, and especially when it comes in terms of food. So in terms of food, I really feel like during the month of June, a couple of you in terms of Sagittariuses, you're going to start worried. You're going to start not worrying, but you're going to start focusing more on what are you actually eating? What are you putting in your mouth? One of the biggest things is maybe you're not getting enough greens, maybe you're not getting enough fruit. For a couple of you, I feel like you're trying to finally start cutting back with fast food. I know for me, I cut back on fast food. I cut back on pop and all the junk food, right? And I've lost so much weight. It's been insane. If you see videos from when I was in 2016, even the 2021 videos, like I was fluffy, right? So from then to now, it's been definitely a transformation because I've stopped eating junk food. I've stopped eating food that definitely did not nurture my body, right? And stepping into the role as a teacher, you got to first model it. You got to model what it is you preach, right? I could not say, hey, eat healthy if I was not willing to do it. So again, it's about taking the time to eat healthy because there could be some stuff happening in terms of health. So be healthy, even if you just go out for a walk every night or so after you come back home or whatever, take a walk, or maybe during your break, take a walk for 15 minutes, whatever it may be. But they're making me feel like you want to stay very active during the month of June because your energy's got to start moving. And the way energy moves is based on the food that we basically take in to nourish our physical body. So it's definitely going to be a month of being proactive in terms of your health. So like one of the biggest things that I've noticed was in terms of really eating healthy has been keto food. So making sure that it's low on carbs. And that has really been one of the biggest things, right? I still will eat something that has a little bit higher on carbs. However, I limit it because I just know what works with my body. And I've been really assessing that. It's like what works with my body, what doesn't work with my body. And I've noticed that I started to shed the pounds. So it might be for Sagittariuses that you're going to be like, shit, I need to start getting healthy and I'm going to start losing weight, right? So being active in terms of your health, and so your lifestyle will definitely make the shift. So for a couple of you, I feel like there is going to definitely be that food habits is definitely based on a past relationship. Again, this one's coming back up again. So it could be definitely you holding on to a past relationship and your comfort is food, right? And that's totally fine. However, the moment you start to heal that is the moment you start to let go of those patterns, of those unhealthy patterns, right? So we step into different addictions. Some addiction is food, some addiction are drugs, whatever it may be. But realize that for some of you, food might have been your addiction. And as you start to heal that, you're going to start noticing you're going to move. For a couple of you, I feel like it's time for you to step out of your shell. There is some idea that's going to start brewing up during the month of June. So definitely some idea for you. And I'm saying that because I feel like it's definitely going to be something with your hands. So it could be that you're going to start maybe creating stuff that you might be able to sell on Etsy, right? I'm seeing Etsy come in really clear. And it might be that you're going to start creating different things to start selling to people. But it is definitely going to be something where you are going to have to step into your power and say, hey, I need to start getting myself out there. I need to start selling what I make because it's going to definitely take off. But however, you got to let go of that fear. You got to go of that fear of being seen, right? You're terrified. And with this one, I feel like with those crows all the way, you're terrified. It's like, oh my God, what if people don't like it? What if people judge me? It's that's what it means to be in the arena. That's what it means to get your ass kicked every day, right? You are going to fall. People are going to judge you. People are going to criticize you. Shit, people criticize me all the time. There's comments that people leave, and yeah, they hurt. However, I go back to my 1 inch by 1 inch piece of paper. I'm like, hey, their comment hurt. However, they're not on my piece of paper of people who are in the arena with me, right? So that's really important. make note of whose opinions truly matter. And yeah, other people's opinions are going to hurt. However, be like, hey, they're not in the arena getting their ass kicked. So Sagittarius, it's about letting go of that fear during that month. Because the moment you let that go, everything's going to start flowing. Money's going to start flowing in. I feel like a lot of you, you're going to start planning a vacation, or maybe some of you might even be taking a vacation. But there is a transformation happening to the point where you are going to start traveling. You are going to start moving into that phase of expansion, of allowing yourself to start exploring different places. For a couple of you, I'm also getting the sense of maybe you're buying a vacation home, you're buying another property where it's going to be at a distance, where it's maybe going to be a vacation home that you can always go, but you might be able to make money throughout the year as well. So overall, this is really going to be a month of growth spiritually, but also growth in terms of wisdom. What wisdom are you grabbing? Are you getting? One of the other things you want to really pay attention is what are the signs that you're seeing. Pay close attention to the numbers. Pay close attention to license plates. Are you seeing consecutive numbers? And then look up angel numbers to see what they mean. The number 4 is coming in very strong, so it could be like 444 or 44, right? Something's coming in with the number 4. I actually do not know what that means, but if you look up angel numbers meaning, then put the number 4, you'll see what it means. So 9 of Swords again. So this is the month of June. You're going to have to really but you're really going to have to tackle that hurt that you have in terms of a past relationship that you've been holding on to. Maybe it could have been something with betrayal, but you're really going to have to let that go, because that's really what's holding you back from moving to where you want to go and achieving the goals that you need to achieve. You have the Page of Swords. So again, she has a book right there, the light bulbs. Again, this is going to be the month of starting to think, what do I want to learn? What do I want to do? For some of you, maybe you might be taking some classes when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to learning Reiki, learning shamanic practices, learning crystal light. I'm saying crystal light because I literally have my crystal light thing here. Crystal bowl singing, right? Vibrational sound therapy, right? So it's definitely going to be that moment. Another clarification is death and rebirth. This is definitely going to be your month of letting shit go. And then finally, the Knight of Pentacles. The moment you start letting stuff go, it's going to definitely allow you to bring that person to, as soon as you get rid of that person that you're holding on to, that you've been attached to from the past, it's going to be the moment you're going to finally let someone in who's going to be coming in. This person, I feel like, it definitely could be an air sign or an earth sign. For some of you, there might be water, but I really feel it's stronger. I'm getting a stronger pull to an earth sign and an air sign. Sorry. So again, death, rebirth. It's about letting shit go that doesn't serve you. Sometimes it is easier said than done. Maybe not even sometimes, maybe like all the time, it's easier said than done. However, in order for you to grow, you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to learn, how do I move forward? How do I get past it? So it's going to be seeking out to a teacher, seeking out to a coach, someone who's going to be able to help you put up the mirror. And that's what I love about this death and rebirth card from the Light Seer's Tarot. It is that mirror. It is that reflection. It is about, this is the moment you have to be willing to see the darkness within you, right? James Campbell said the cave you fear to go in has the most gifts, or the gold, right? And yeah, we fear to go into those dark caves, right? However, those are the darkest caves we go into are the ones that expose the things, are things that we have to really heal. So death and rebirth is definitely going to happen during the month of June, as long as you're willing to put the mirror up. Every time I work with clients with my shamanic coaching, yeah, I'm going to tell you shit that's coming up and stuff that's blocking you. But the biggest part is that I hold the mirror up. So I always tell my clients, it's like, I'm going to tell you how it is. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be rosy pictures, right? It is going to be the truth. And a lot of clients don't like that. But I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity and say, hey, it's going to be great, this person's coming back, because it's not going to serve you. I'm going to hurt you more than I'm going to help you, right? and for what? Just so you can like me or whatever and have another session with me? It's not worth it. So I always tell clients, if you work with me, the moment you start, we are going to tackle everything, but you're going to notice your life is going to shift. And the moment it's going to start getting hard is really not even hard. The moment it starts getting uncomfortable is the moment you're going to want to quit. And I have a lot of clients that have done that where it starts getting very uncomfortable and they quit. And then they'll come back and it's like, I should not have left. And I'm like, I had this one time happen and I ended up having a wait list. And I was like, I don't have a spot for you. I'm sorry. You know, you're going to have to go on the wait list with everybody else. Right. So it is about tackling the darkness, because if not, you're going to stay in that isolation. Right. There is going to be someone that's coming in, a life partner that's going to be coming in. However, we got to scrub the crap out of it. Scrub the shit of, that's still holding us back, right? So June is take care of your health, take care of your health, take care of your shadow, really start tackling that. Allow yourself to start being creative to launch whatever it is you need to do, right? But at the same time, our ancestors say it's time to take a time out, because we've been nonstop. And it doesn't even mean that we've been working nonstop. It could be that we've been in that cycle of our shitty first drafts. Our SFDs have been going wild for you, Sagittarius. And it is time for you to take a time out from that and say, hey, I'm done feeding myself this fake news. I'm done feeding myself these toxic thoughts. The moment you take a moment to get out of that is the moment you're finally going to put your boundaries up and say, you know what, I'm done with this shit. So it is definitely going to be a month of growth, because overall you definitely do have the world card coming in. However, June's going to be your month of, we still got to finally get moving through, right? You got to seek out a mentor, you got to seek out a teacher, a spiritual advisor, whatever it may be, someone that you connect with to help you start moving into that space of transformation. Because you got to do some more work before they finally take off the training wheels on you, because there is going to be expansion. However, you're still on the training wheels here. It's time to get yourself out of that. So Sagittarius, hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, leave me a comment and let me know how it's resonated with you, how it's turned out. And if you are interested to work one-on-one, go to my website, bodysoulspirit.co, and then follow the link below, and you can go ahead and use the promo code below, YouTube-50, I think. You get 50% off a reading with me, a session with me. I've actually opened 15, 30, 45, and 60 minutes instead of just 60 minutes. So I've opened all the other ones in case people want a shorter session. So that is going to go up until the end of June. After that, the coupon expires and everything goes back up to my regular rate. I know my schedule has been definitely getting packed. I've opened up as many times as I possibly humanly can as of right now, and that's quite a few spots. They've been filling up though. If you look at my schedule, like there's only a couple gaps here and there. So definitely take advantage if you're being called to work with me. I would love to work with you. I would be more than happy to dive deep and get uncomfortable with you, right? Because that's really ultimately what's going to have to happen during the month of June. So you definitely could start manifesting during the month of July and August, because I feel like that's really when your transformations, you're going to start noticing a shift. So Sagittarius, hope you have a great month. I'm so excited to get to chat with you, and I can't wait to see how June turns out. Take care, folks. Bye.